Right, doing a sound check on this sort of sound and this sort of sound and this and this. Sound check. Yes. And I've been muted that whole time. Marvellous. Right. Well, we're at Circuit Chevelle now. You can see the championship board, points and order and stuff in the top right. I think the one addition is Speed Freak, who couldn't make it last time. So this is Racing Rivals Sprint and Endurance Series. And they'll do a 5-minute sprint and a 10-minute sprint in this Camaro, which is allowed to be tuned up to 576 brake, 1320 kilos. As long as it meets that requirement, you can do whatever you like to it, because full setup's allowed, except you're not allowed to do engine swap. And you think the bottom three of the championship get the option of NOS, don't have to use it, because some cars can be difficult to drive apparently with NOS. So yeah, and then they're doing endurance in a maxed out GT3 car as well, which I believe is the new Ferrari. So Samara is setting the pace, 33.3, so that's That's about slightly faster than GT3 speed, isn't it? Wow, big slide out of the Mall of Champions chicane. So who have we not got going around the track at the minute? It's not too bad. Let's check out some of these new liveries, because I don't think I've seen this one yet. Have I? I might have been there in the first round. Yeah, it does. It sort of rings a bell now. Have a look on board in this view. For this chicane, I always brake too late for this chicane. It's tighter than you think it is. Hit that curb, ride that one. Whoa, big slide. Ride that one. Where's the braking point? For me, it's usually when the tarmac changes, where it's been resurfaced, because it gets chewed up because everything's braking really hard. It's going conventional line around the hairpin. Can try going for a wide in, tight out, get better straight line speed or exit speed for this straight. Ride that curb, don't ride that one. That looked pretty good. Over the line. That was an out lap then, so on it lap. Loads of that curb, even a bit of that curb. Massive curb riding track this. I mean, about as much as Monza really. That's what you get with chicanes. Ride that one, not too much on this one, but make sure you use that exit curb. Yeah, over this one, right up to the wall. Sometimes you have to lift. He's lifted too late. You lift earlier than that. Take loads of that curb, more than that. And that one is so frustrating because it's tight enough on the exit that you can't just nail the power. Just everything understeers out over there. And back to this deceptive chicane. Definitely using most of the track. Oh yeah, I'm good to go. Into the hairpin. That looked a little bit more like a wide in, tight out, because he's so about getting that power down. So it looks fairly close at the top. Should imagine we'll start. Yeah, we're about to start. Okay. Didn't get to see the end of that lap. So reverse championship order, except Speed Freak because he missed out. Oh, and Grandad was replaced by Nana, I think, so they'll be right at the back. Anyone running NOS? I don't see it. So anyway, yeah, we'll watch Snowman off the line. 5 lights. Go. Short run, turn 1. Oh, it's a really bad start from Ricky. I think it just didn't appear to be paying attention at all there. So Scav's going to lead in turn 1. Chris follows him through. And so Scary Bikers had a pretty decent start, and Summerus. Ricky and Falcon going side by side. That's a no, Falcon's won it out, so missed as well. So Ricky, after that bad start, has been absolutely mullered by the whole field. Oh, Chris going too fast around that corner. Now that's going to put 3 of them almost side by side. Bit of barging. Yeah, so everyone getting in the way. Some in the wall. It's all a bit frantic. Scavs still leading it. There we got. Oh, a Scary Biker is on the move. He was fighting his way through the previous chicane. Gets himself up to second. He can get himself up to first here as well. Is he going to send it? Oh, yeah, and Scav goes to defend. Oh, and they've both gone too deep. Oh, and Chris gets a punt at the back, and it's all kicking off, and Scary Biker's going round. So that, and missed as well. So that good start has all gone away, and it's a sprint race. They're going to be completely out of it. They'll do well to gain any positions from there. So that's bad for missed championship. Oh, and Scabbard to take evasive action there to not go into the back of Chris, and he's gone round. And is he going to get back in before the others? Sort of. No, couldn't quite. And he's gone round again. Dirty tyres, probably too much pressure trying to get out of there. Anyway, before Miss came round. So now Falcon's up to second, Summerus up to third. Snowman is probably the only guy who's still in the same position he started in. So Chris has a penalty, and he's only got a 1 second lead, so that will go. So it's looking pretty set for Falcon now. The rest of the field. Oh, Mist and Scary might have done a bit of catch up, but Scav won't. Now, how many places is Chris going to lose when this penalty comes into play? So Falcon is right within attack range. What will Sommerus do? Going to follow. Falcon's in loads of curb, too much curb maybe, but he's got a good enough exit, so he'll assume the lead. Will Sommerus get a chance? No, he's only going to close up, I think. And we've got Snowman having a look at Sommerus there. Ride the curb, all the champions all twitching through that. Is everyone else getting through? Yeah, Mist has got himself at the 7. So Scary and Mist have recovered some places. So Falcon has that lead, and you would expect him to at least keep that, if not pull away. But Snowman is having some good looks at Sommerus here. So Sommerus isn't running any assists, and Snowman has a couple, so might be the way to work with these cars. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there though, too eager on the, or late on the brakes. Yeah, Mist and Scary 6th and 7th now. So Falcon is making a break for it, and it's this battle really for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Oh, Chris has a big swapper. Sommerus had nowhere to go though. So what's he going to do? Is he going to go for it into the hairpin? Yeah, he's having a look, but backed out of it. And then Snowman kind of got caught out as he came back across, and that actually 30 seconds. I was going to say that might actually be that. Is Chris going to get himself a 2nd place here? 20 seconds, no, they're going to go over the line. They're going to get another lap here, aren't they? Oh, loads of curb. Hammering over. Plenty of lift on these cars as they go over that curve. So yeah, it looks like most of the field. Oh, Snowman's got a penalty. Chris won't probably know that, but he'll like that. Yeah, so it looks like everyone down to 6 managed to get an extra lap. 4 laps and a 5-minute sprint. And these cars are quite quick then. So Mist just got through. Sommerus, well, they've only got places to gain really. So Snowman is going to go for the move on Chris. Chris just doesn't need to do anything fancy. Yeah, Falcon has scarpered while these two are battling. Yeah, so Snowman, can't remember last time he had a podium either. But he probably does want to get past Chris here, and he is going to get past him as well, because he will need that gap with Smithy behind. Oh, too deep though. Oh, Chris has switched him back just about. They're going to go side by side. So how much time is Snowman going to lose on this penalty? He's going to be alright. So Falcon is going to win pretty comfortably in the end, and Chris is going to get himself a 2nd place, which I'm sure he'll be pretty happy with, and Snowman in a 3rd. Or are they? Hang on, Oh, side by side over the line. That was pretty good. So a good win for Falcon then. So see what happened there. How close was that? Oh, Miss got fastest lap, so that's an extra point. So that's not a bad recovery. 5th and 6th. Oh, sorry. Who was it? Scary Biker, wasn't it? 5th and 7th on their recoveries. It's being right at the back. Anyway, Falcon wins comfortably. Chris 2nd and Snowman 3rd. They'll be happy with those podiums, I'm sure. And Smithy 4th missed, 5th fastest lap. Summerus kind of went with him. And Scary Biker, Speed Freak, and all the others, Ricky, Grandad, Scav, had issues, and that just puts you completely out of it in a sprint race. So little time to recover. So we will be waiting for a reset to a 10-minute sprint. I'm hoping an ad didn't run during that, shouldn't have done. Anyway, there we go, reset. 10 minutes. Wait for everyone to get ready. See if everyone gets in first. See if it's anyone's having a comfort break or something. Well, there's a few taking their time. Alright, Smithy and Speed Freak waiting for it. Hot Wheels sorts of suits that car really, as does the NASCAR stuff. I've got no idea what this car's like to drive. They're still running those mix of wings. Yeah, that's a traditional NASCAR from Mist, isn't it? Smithy doing some drifting. Bit of handbrake stuff as well. There we go. I've got everything on I need. I'm surprised there's no one running NOS. Few on traction control. Let's see how Smithy gets off the line. Watch him off the line nicely in the middle. 5 lights. Go! Oh, looked a bit slow off the line there. That was a really short wait. Smithy's actually gone in the wall. So he's had a terrible start. That's cursed him. So Ricky leads. Scav 2nd, yeah. They all go 2 by 2 through the hairpin. That's a good angle to see it all from. And it all looks like they all got through. So Ricky rides the curb, all riding the curb pretty well. Don't ride too much though. Everyone's through. So no one trying any moves into this chicane. It's not really a place to overtake. You'd have to have a really good exit over someone there. Probably the only real twisty section on the track, to be fair. All the rest, the places, like you can always make a move, and Chris is making one. On Scav, didn't quite work, although having said that, Scav had issues getting the power down, so he's actually got himself into 2nd, which is where he was. Race 1, Falcon down the inside of 2 of them. Kind of a double overtake. It's just they didn't have anywhere to go though. So it wasn't pushed to, well, was it a push to pass? It was alongside, I don't know. Stewards couldn't work that one out. Anyway, we've got Scary and Chris side by side. No, Chris has backed out of it. Didn't like the look of that one. Mist is still at the back. So Ricky still leads. And oh, he's gone deep though. Oh, very deep. You don't have to wait there. He could have kept going, really. Just leads and then relegates himself to last. So Falcon leads. And Scary's gone with him this time. And he was having a good race until he spun. The previous sprint. So you got the pace to take it to Falcon. And Summerus is... looks like he's been held up by Chris. Would kind of expect him to make his way through, but not yet. Scab with a penalty. Snowman not having as good a sprint race as he did last time. So, Scary with a penalty. Chris really fighting that car for traction at that hairpin. Way too eager on the power hand. He's running traction control as well. That actually held Summerus up though. I'm sure he went to the back of him. Couldn't do much about it. A look down the inside. That's only sort of a look and a side by side, and Smithy looks like he wants to take them both, and I think he will, and he has. It's opportunistic. Falcon now has over a second lead. After Scary had a penalty, so that will break the toe, and I imagine that's pretty important at this track. I've never actually raced here, I don't think, apart from my public lobby thing. I imagine the toe is massively important. It'd be like Monza, I should imagine. So a lot of curb usage. Speed free went a bit deep. And Falcon is making a break here, so it doesn't look like Scary has the pace at this point of the race anyway to take it to him. So that means we have a battle for third, and it looks like Summerus is sort of winning that. Nearly into the back of Smithy. Chris didn't make a move. So what's the toe like here then? So 3/10. Yeah, it's not really enough, is it? I mean, you can have a look, but you still got to sort of dive on the brakes. He's at curb. Oh, Smithy's at the wall. He's in the wall of champions. And I think Snowman's going to get him as well. That double overtake he got, opportunist overtake, has evaporated. Still is a scrap though for those positions. Mist is still in 10th place. Why is he struggling so much? He's going up to 9th now. I'd expect him to be kind of with Summerus somewhere by now. No, if he's had some issues. Have a look at his lap times in a minute. Now Smithy's got a penalty, so that might relegate him out of that battle. He's done a 38, so he's done a, by his standards, a pretty bad lap somewhere. 5 seconds off the pace. That is kind of usually about a quick spin sort of time loss. Yep, so Falcon looks to have the measure over Scary, and Scary's going to have Summerus on him. So 6 minute mark. Does that mean we're going to get 8 laps? Right, so if Smithy was making use of a toe, he's lost it now with that penalty. Big use of the curbs, and there could get some good shots really, couldn't he, of that curb usage. Bang, bang. Yeah, Falcon's lead has come down a little bit, but I'm sure he's probably just maintaining it now. So Falcon's 34.1 versus 34.8 versus the 34.6. Oh, Summerus nearly into the wall. Looks like this car has quite a lot of understeer on power then. It's probably like a lack of downforce. So Smithy's soon caught up with Chris again. But looks like he went a bit deep there. Still within attack range. Quick look, see what's going on at the front. Yeah. So these two are going to battle. Can Smithy get a cut back and a bit more power? Well, he might have done, but he had a traction loss. And again, he's down. That's about 3/10 coming up the back straight. But Chris has a much bigger wing. Yeah, Smithy's just looking, but doesn't look like. Oh, Chris has gone over the curb, so he will either have to back off or he will get a penalty. I was about to say, Mist's still struggling. He's up with Scav now. It doesn't look like the easiest place to overtake this. The straights just aren't quite long enough. Alright, I think Smith's going to get a cut back on Scav here. Yes, he is. See when the others are. Falcon looking comfortable. Scary is starting to come under pressure from Summerus now. Whoa, skimming the walls. So that has put that little run Summerus right in attack range now. Or apart from that, not in opportune traction moment. Scary's gone a bit deep, so Summerus might be able to get a better exit. No, not enough. Scary does have good traction in that car, at least it looked like it there. So Mist is up to 7th, and he might get another lap. Not sure, I don't think Scav and Ricky and Speed Freak certainly won't. Falcon going a bit deep and needs to stand up to win. Just this battle for second. Summerus, will he take a risk somewhere? Yeah, Scary's definitely trying to put more power on around that corner, and it's actually lost him time by the looks of it. And this straight's not long enough to do anything but a desperate dive or hope there's a mistake. Yeah, looks like there's a lot of traction control going on through there. So it looks like he needs less than 3/10 out of this hairpin. And he hasn't got it. So, although Scary might have been fast, Summerus might have been faster over the lap, but not at that crucial point. So, Falcon cruising to the line, looks pretty happy with that one. And Scary, unless he loses it big time, which he nearly did, he's going to come in second. And Summerus third. Yep. Snowman fourth, Smithy fifth. Got Chris and Mist side by side. Mist on the horn, get out of my way. Looks like nearly everyone got an extra lap actually. Oh, Scav sliding that around. And Ricky's going to be 10th after giving up that lead, which I don't think he really had to do, to be honest. And Speed Freak had already finished. Right, let's have a look. So Falcon did hold that fastest lap then, so that's handy for him. And with Mist down in 7th, that's going to be closing up the championship a little bit, isn't it? Who was it? It's, well, I think Scary Biker and Summerus. So they're both picked. So the top 3 all picking up loads of points. Mist not. Things might be closing up. Another decent results for Snowman and Chris as well. And then, of course, I think Grandad Scav, Ricky and Speedfreak all, and again, had some sort of issue on the sprint race lap, and that's often pretty much unrecoverable in a sprint. Right, so this will then be swapped over for the 30-minute endurance, which is in the Ferrari 296 GT3 car, which is fully modded, which in this game is just sticking on a big turbo. And random weather, okay. Oh yeah, I was going to say there should be tyre wear and stuff on as well, and there is. Mediums and softs they've got to use. So 789 brake. Right, so what I will do is I will do my compass stuff. I'll pick a victim, usually the first guy at the pits, and leave it on there for a moment. Right, I'll be back. What's been going on? Since Summer is setting the pace 32-0. GT3 cars normally, mind you, it might be sprint race, tyre wear off, fuel burn off, soft tyres. Sure that was 34s. But then, you know, more power doesn't necessarily always mean faster because you've got a car that's more tricky on power. But this, you've got the BMWs for this tomorrow, and that car's pretty terrible even for traction. Oh yeah, especially on that corner in standard form, let alone with about another 250 horsepower, 300 horsepower. It looks like some of us are getting that properly crossed up, so this is, I think this is mid-engine, isn't it? So that's going to be properly dodgy on the curbs. Yeah. Okay, anyway, but he's setting the pace. I'm guessing the others are out mediums. Yeah. 34s. I was having a practice the other day, earlier, and he did 5 minutes, a few laps, 5 laps. BMW has major traction problems. I'm just trying to think what I was doing on the mediums. 34s. 34-0. Don't know. Some of us deciding to go straight on that, or probably maybe getting Smithy out. Who was it? Smithy? No, it was Scary Biker, was it? Yeah, getting him out of the way maybe. Anyway, what we've got going on with tyre wear. So it looks like rear limited. That's how it's looking to be on most cars around this track because it's all traction zones. And how many laps has he done? Mind you, he's on 7. Has he been out for 7 laps on the softs? That's pretty good. So 7 laps. That's 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, and it is 10 minutes on the timer. 30-minute race. So this is probably going to be a one-stop, isn't it? Falcon's in the 31s. So it could be this car is way quicker on the softs. That'll be down to traction. Yeah, massively traction limited. And that refueled with tea. Oh yeah, I'm good to go. I wanted to have a look a little bit more what they were doing, laps and strategy and stuff. Possibly is looking like a one-stop or a big spin. But yeah, it looks like you want to be in the 31s. That's a very quick lap from. That's a very quick lap from Falcon, I think, on the softs, maybe. Don't know. I don't do GT3s much. Certainly not modded ones. Anyway, any NOS runners? This should be in the same order, and it is of the. Yes, we've got Speed Freak at the back on NOS, and watch him off the line. Like this. Go. And he's not using it. Using the traction. So. Or Chris going into the side of Grandad there, or Grandad into the side of Chris, and it's all looking a bit argy-bargy, but everyone's got through turn 1, and then Mister's gone on the dirt, so he's hasn't actually lost much, because I think he started roughly down there anyway from that sprint. Now, Chris and Snowman fighting through that chicane at the front. Falcon leads, Scary's in second, Summer's third, Smithy. So I think the bottleneck looks like it's going to be Chris. And caught up in that bottleneck is Mist, who was the championship leader coming into this round. I don't know if he still is. He'll want to get past now because he'll know who's in front, and they'll know this lot can disappear, but Scary's outbraked himself, and he was going down the inside of Falcon. He's going to recover though to third, which I think is, well, he was second, wasn't he? But not a disastrous outbraking yourself manoeuvre. And they'll follow line astern through turn 1. No, sorry, to turn 1. So over the curbs, looks like hitting that inside curb pretty hard. Chris is losing time fighting with Snowman there. Just wonder if Mister's going to get past as a result. No, he's not. And a bit of field spread towards the back. So what we got? We've got Falcon on the softs, Summer softs, Scary Biker. Looking like he does have some pace still on the softs. Smithy on the softs, Snowman on the softs, and Mist is the highest of the medium runners. So I'm guessing he's going to want to try and do about 20 minutes. And Grandad on mediums, Chris on mediums. So it looks like we've got two groups here, mediums and softs. Mostly mediums in that second half. So we'll soon find out if they can. Oh, Summer's going deep. He'll get a penalty for that. He didn't look like he backed off. Yes. And that's a second. You'll tend to lose. So he's going to have Scary right up with him by the time that pans out. Mind you, they've got big power, these cars, so they might not lose that much time. And definitely have Scary Biker for company come the start of this lap. Although Scary did actually go a bit deep into that chicane there. In fact, that's given Smithy a good run at him. Is it enough of a run? He's having a look to the inside, but it's not really at a good overtaking point, particularly because if you get up the inside, you'll be on the outside for this corner. And it's a long old corner with a difficult opening exit, and if you've got problems with traction, it's a pretty horrible corner. Speed Freak, Ricky at the back. So under lap 3, Falcon in the 130s. He's got some pace and has pulled away from Summerus a bit, so I think we're starting to get a bit of field spread at the front. These soft runners. And Mist and Mediums is catching Snowman, or who has a big moment. Too much curb. I think Mist actually backed out of that as a result. So Mist even, was that getting caught out by Snowman's braking, or did he just miss his braking point? Got away with it. No damage on these lobbies. I was about to say Mist could probably do it getting past Snowman, even though Snowman's on a different strategy, because he needs to keep in touch with these four as much as possible. So looks like they're all capable of doing 31s, well, apart from Smithy, but Nearest makes no difference. Oh, where's Mist gone? Mist has gone in the pits. And he's coming out another set of mediums. Is that... Well, it might be too late for me to actually see if that was possible. They could have run straight on by accident, but he changed tyres anyway. What an interesting strategy. So, 2 sets of mediums. No refueling, getting rid of them when they'd only done 3 laps. That's an interesting strategy. So anyway, Falcon looks like he's had a bit of a mistake on this lap, because Summerus is now right with him. Tyre wear is equal. And Summerus is in the tow. Yeah, so they're doing that right though. Hit the first curb, or scary sideways. It hit the first curb, but don't only sort of just skim the second one really. On that Warlord Champions chicane. Seems to be the fastest way through it. So anyway, and at the front, I'm not seeing. Oh, it's very, very. Whoa. Summerus getting a big swapper on his on traction control there. I was about to say, looks like Falcon is. The left front is looking a little bit more worn than Summerus is, so Summerus is generally pretty good on his tyres, so that's about the only difference, eh? It's not much, and Scary really has Smithy properly for company now, and he's gone a bit deep there as well. Can Smithy get a good exit? It's 3/10, so what's the tow like? It's not good, is it? Wow, about 1/10 of a second is all. And he had a better exit. So there's no tow there at all, and Scary's gone in the wall, and Falcon is in the pits. Let's see this pan out. Is Smithy going to get any inside? No. Oh, Falcon's... Oh, he's already changed his tyres. They weren't that bad though. They were similar to Summerus's, weren't they? So again, that's a unusual strategy. So I think this is a 2-stop race though, by the looks of it, and it's being governed by tyre wear, because you wouldn't normally see the likes of Falcon and Mist. Has Mist been in again? He's on softs. Or did he not come out on mediums? I thought he changed to mediums. Maybe he just didn't update the pits properly. But that's still a 2-stop though. And Falcon is on another set of softs. So this car would appear to much prefer the soft tyres. Mist is in traffic. It's at 33.4 on the mediums. And looks like Falcon can do 30s, and looks like Mist can go faster than that as well. So yeah, it looks like it's about 3 seconds slower on the mediums than it is the softs. That's a lot of lap time, isn't it? And that would explain why they're going for 2 stints on the softs then. It's a soft and a medium. Got to run them both. So Summerus has a good lead, but he's only approaching the 10-minute mark on these softs. So when you get to about half, where on these GT3 cars they do tend to start to become a bit of a handful. And his last lap was a 33, and that was what Mist was doing on mediums. Don't know if there was a mistake on that lap or not. Smithy's tyres look a little bit worse, and he's in the 33s as well. And Snowman's in the 33s on pretty softs as well. He's totally costing Falcon time there. Is Falcon just going to send it? That's accidental, I think, but I can do replays. I think he just got his braking a bit wrong, actually. I think probably Snowman had to brake earlier because he had knackered tyres and Falcon didn't, and that was that. Out to the front. Yep, Summerus is coming in. Smithy's staying out though on that right rear. Is going to be a real handful, but 11 minutes, it's going to be 12.5 minutes. Is he going to try the one stop? Well, I think everyone else is going to have to do 2. So Mist looks like he's going to go past Summerus here. Or coming out right together. And they got Snowman as a kind of mobile chicane at the minute. Oh, Summerus has dealt with him quickly though. Mist didn't really take his time getting past either. So, where's Smithy? 8.5 seconds up the lead. It's all about what these two did. Yeah, so Falcon was held up quite a bit on that lap, I would say, judging by how these gaps have panned out. Snowman must surely be in this lap. Scary's out in the mediums. Grandad, I think it changed earlier. Speed Freak running around on badly worn softs as well. Scary's out mediums. So Smithy has lost, God knows, at least 2.5 seconds in a couple of corners. So he's in. So Falcon will go past, Mist will go past, Summerus will go past, Snowman will go in the pits, sort of sideways. I bet he gets a penalty for that. So we have Mist v Falcon, a familiar sight, and they're both capable of doing lap times within a few hundredths of each other. Different strategies though, probably. So Summerus out on the mediums. A little bit before half distance, but that's like 2 laps. I don't know. If he does do a second stop, it's going to be on softs and it's going to be right towards the end, isn't it? Depends what lap times you can do, of course. So yeah, Scary and Smithy are still together, but position swapped, I believe. Oh, Smithy's going a bit deep there. That'll cost him time, and Scary's getting his usual slide on. field spread towards the back. So Falcon has pulled out, well, at least 7/10 on that last half of that lap, but I think it's going to be more than that. That's half a second. That's just tyre wear difference. So half a second in that alone, and that's, I'm looking at that left rear. Yeah, it's a fair bit worn, isn't it? So I think the wild card here is Sommerus. I'm always looking for someone who doesn't do what everyone else does. Someone who takes a chance, someone who thinks outside the box a little bit, or thinks they've got something in their pocket. So Mist has been on these softs for a few laps now. Came in, what, lap 3, didn't he? Ended lap 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, his 7th lap. Is he going to get rid of them on this lap and do the rest on mediums? He is. So that's that stint done. Because I'm guessing he's going to get mediums to the end. Fueling up only half a tank. It's definitely not fuel limited. Sommerus is in as well. He's got a fair bit more fuel. So we got, well, it's going to be touch and go between Smithy and Mist then, but that's why that was flicking around. No, that's how Mist has just got it. So he's out. What's he out on? He's out on the softs. So he's just done the. Okay, interesting. Is he going to go to the end on those softs, really? That looks. Well, again, they're foxing me on strategy here tonight. I mean, those softs can't do half the race, surely. Always gone deep. And is he going to back off? Will he get a penalty for that? He won't, so he must have backed off pretty heavily to avoid that. I don't know if that really works. Sometimes it's better just to take the penalty and soon find out where he loses in lap time. Although it's an out lap, isn't it? So that'll be too difficult for me to calculate. So Sommerus doing his soft stint. So there's Falcon getting on. He's still in 31s, so he's still got some good speed. Man, if the softs just must be so much better on this car. It's just got to be traction limited. I mean, they are burning out their rears. Even the medium runners. How many laps has Chris been doing on them? So he can get in the 33s on the mediums. I'm surprised to find the mediums are about 3 seconds a lap slower than the softs. That's not normally how it works. So even on that lap, Mist still did a 31.6. And he's going quicker. So Falcon's got one more pit stop. Now here he comes. He can pretty much. Has he done mediums already? I think he can. No, he's done 2 sets of softs, so he's going to have to go on mediums. Mist is not going to be. It depends how much fuel he takes, really, isn't it? Half a tank, no. So he's going to come out. Should come out well ahead of Mist. Oh, don't know though. No, according to that leaderboard, he's going to be behind him. And there is Mist. So, battle on. So they've now... Falcon's on softs. Has he not run a stint? I'm sure he hasn't run a stint on the mediums. Oh, I'll see how that pans out. Soon know we'll get a minute penalty at the end of the race, but I'm sure he hasn't run the mediums. Need a co-commentator to log this stuff down. Anyway, oh, Mist is having a big swapper, and so is Falcon's almost out of some oil down there. Oh, and there we go. So Summerus and Smithy have found each other, and that'll be Smithy getting past Summerus, won't it? Oh, Summerus gets a switchback on that, but oh, Smithy running onto the dirt. He couldn't really be any closer, so he's going to be forced to the outside. And I can't see. Yeah, there's just no. It goes side by side. No, he's going to have to back out. Very little overtaking opportunities here, isn't there? So it looks like Falcon has a tyre advantage of about 1 lap. And has more speed than Mist here. So these two are going to find each other as well. Scary in 5th on his own, so Snowman pretty much on his own. Big field spread. Looks like some have had recent tyre stops as well. So Mist big ride of that curb. Falcon's gone deep though. Didn't want to do that. And I'm guessing Summerus is going to be hoping that these two ahead of him have to stop again. And 9 minutes. What's that, about 5 laps, 6 laps? It's about 6 laps. I think that's touch and go for Mist to get to the end on them. We'll soon find out. Over the curb. Over that curb. Don't ride that one. Over that curb. Don't ride that one. Ride that one. Slide in. Scary's going in the pits. Seems to be doing a soft tyre finish. Snowman looks too far away to leapfrog him. So we've got Scav and Ricky coming together, but yeah, unless there's a major issue. Oh, and Scav was struggling for power out there. He's on half-worn mediums. Ricky's on the softs. Speed Freak gone deep. I thought he was wearing one of my liveries for a moment. No, he's not. I think I did a livery for this car. Alright, so Mist is, yeah, obviously going to have to stop again, and it's not tyres, is it? It's fuel. So he's short fueled deliberately, because he knew he's going to have to stop again. I reckon Falcon is going to be very happy to see him peel in the pits. I believe flags are out for someone. Yeah, Falcon's going, continuing on. Summerus is going to continue on. Just want to get through to see if I can start switching without getting to Mist in the pits. So Falcon has less fuel, but Sommerus has more tyre wear. Smithy is going to get nicely in the way of Mist, as is Speed Freak, who's going to be a back marker. So it's about 4.5 seconds between Mist and Smithy. But that's only a 5-second lead for Falcon. So it looks like they're all capable of getting in the 130s on these soft tyres. Unfortunately, the mediums are really hard to read. There's a 31.8 there. Yeah, Mist just going down the inside. So Mist has just done one short stint on the mediums, and then he's gone soft, soft, soft. That's really the quickest way around this track. Wow. So anyway, Falcon looking fairly comfortable at the moment. A quarter of a tank. I mean, at this stage, surely he's running to the end. Same with Sommerus. Although he's had a 32-second lap, so he might be starting to fall off the pace. Smithy's in the 33s. Mist is in a 29.7 on very little fuel and fresh soft tyres. So he's at least got his fastest lap. Don't think anyone's in a position to pit and go for a fastest lap. Probably not when they see it's a 29.7 they've got to beat. Yeah, Falcon continue. Oh, I knew lucky damage isn't on. That's what happens when you get that chicane wrong. Very lucky damage isn't on. So just looking at these lap times coming through now. Yeah, it's a Falcon 33.1, so he's down in the 33. Yeah, made that mistake there, didn't he? At least half a second he lost there, or more, 3/4. Sommerus is in the 32s. And Smithy sliding it around now has Mist absolutely all over him. Is Mist going to send it down here? No. He can get a better exit though if he holds it tight. No, in fact, Smithy is not going to fight it. I think he probably realised Mist was on the soft tyres. There was nothing he was going to do about that. He's obviously seen the fastest lap as well. Oh, he's run off. So he might get a penalty to boot as well. So 2 minutes, that's going to be 2 laps. Which those tyres will make. Sommerus is probably going to be a sitting duck, I think, for Mist if he catches him. So Sommerus is going to do a 32.8. Mist has got a half-second penalty now. It's not time to get it. 31.4. So mistake that got in that penalty has undoubtedly cost him lap time anyway. But GT7 will give you a penalty as well. That might just save Sommerus then, because if he's potentially hemorrhaging 2 seconds a lap on worn softs, The mist is potentially flying. See this gap coming down by, what's that? Nearly, oh, it's coming down so fast, a half a second more than that, just in one chicane. I'm sure some of us will see that coming as well, but it's going to go up by a second in a minute. Might be a little bit too late. I think that penalty mistake, is going to cost Mist second place. Oh, we've got Falcon with a penalty as well. And he's on dregs of fuel. Is that enough fuel to do a lap? Or has he timed this right? He's going to go in the pits. He's going to have to do a splash and dash. Oh, he's got the fuel wrong. He's not done his strategy right. That is going to be making Falcon Mist day, and Summerus is for that matter. Suddenly. They have a battle for the lead, and if this Summerus is losing 2 seconds a lap to the softs, these two are going to get right together right at the end of the lap, aren't they? It's going to be a good finish. And Falcon, he hadn't run the mediums. He didn't, did he? And he didn't even put any fuel in. So he was going to do that anyway. 1 lap on the mediums. Wow. What a handful this car must be to want to do 3 stints on soft tyres. That Scary's finished. I need to watch this though, unless it's just coming into slipstream range. Yeah, Summerus hasn't had a good exit there. Oh, Mist's going to get him. Is he going to get him before the hairpin? Summerus can hang him out. He's going to back out. Oh, Mist's gone deep though. Oh, it's going to come right down. No, it's going to be a drag race out of the chicane. Oh, Mist has still got it. His tyres were too good. I think Summerus submitted there. I wouldn't have submitted. I'd have fought that into the final corner. And he might have actually emerged out of that hairpin in the lead. And that would have forced Mist to make the move, but it's not what happened. So Mist wins right in the last lap. So close for Summerus. And Smithy's going to pick up a podium, which I'm not sure he's expecting. Falcon had... Oh, he's out of fuel. Where's Scary? Oh, he's finished. Yeah, so, well, that's okay. We just wait for him to cross the line. So maybe he realised he was... Oh, Scary had finished and he was just going to come out and probably poodle to the line anyway. So, good win for Mist then. That came pretty unexpectedly, I think. Skin of his teeth. And I don't think Summerus was expecting the second, but I think he was expecting to lead, going pretty much into the last corner. I'd have fought that. I'd have fought that a lot harder. But I consider defending as much fun as overtaking, so... Anyway, Mist wins and fastest lap, so that might get his championship lead just back, but it's certainly reduced, I think. Summerus second, Smithy third, Falcon fourth. He was catching up with Mist on that championship, so he might have stopped. Oh, well, stopped the flow of Mist pulling away. But anyway, and Scary was fifth. Snowman, Chris, Grandad, they're all kind of quite spread out. And a Ricky Scav and Speed Freak. Wow, interesting strategies. 3 stints on softs and not even a full tank is quicker than doing... I think Summerus was the only one who did 1 stop, wasn't he? Oh, he nearly won it though. That is tight, isn't it, to nearly win it? Always comes down to penalties and mistakes at the end of the day. Interesting. Anyway, that concludes that one. Same time next week, 8:30, be round 3. Don't know where it is. And tomorrow will be round 2 of the Midge Makes version, of which some of these guys will be there. and I'll be streaming that from my point of view rather than commentating. So catch yous there.
I messed it up in the last 3 laps, winking face with tongue.